Hari Om, Shri Ram, Ambadya, Nath Sovet, Nath Sovet, Nath Sovet. So after a long time, right, we are meeting again. After 3 months, right? Okay. So we are continuing with Naradiya Bhaktisutras. I have not forgotten. I don't know whether you have forgotten or you remember still. Remember? So we have covered the first principle of devotion, that is Shravanam. Second was Sankirtanam. And the third one is Smaranam. Okay? Hare He Smaranam. भगवान का स्मरण करना नहीं, स्मरण रखना. It is not to remember the God, the capital D, T-H-E, capital, G-O-D, capital. Means the Swayam Bhagwan, what we call, right? The Almighty. You don't have to remember Him, but the remembrance of His. Smaranam means not remembering Him. Okay? Smaranam means the remembrance. To feel His presence. Whether you see Him or not. Whether there is a picture of His in front of you or around you or not. Whether you are alone or you are in the crowd. Smaranam. You should know. Smaranam means remembering, no. Smaranam means knowing that He is inside me, controlling me, He is outside me, helping me, and He is above the whole universe, creating everything that is required in this universe. If He is capable of taking care of every universe and billions and trillions and trillions and trillions, Ananta Koti, Brahmanda, Nayak, right? So if He is able to take care of the infinite number of cosmoses, what about me, one person? He will definitely take care of. And He is taking care of. Never ever think, never ever doubt that He is not caring for you. That is remembrance. Remembrance is remembering with faith that He is. Just remember, okay, God exists. No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't help you anywhere. No, just remember His name, Ram. Mechanically chanting His name, Ram, 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 Shiva, 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 Shiva. क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग को भी नहीं समझता, उसको भी नहीं समझता, right? It creates confusion, nothing else. We are not going ahead with confusions. We are here to throw away all the confusions, to clear our mind, clear our intellect, clear our heart, and clear our path towards our success in the life. In every field of life, every aspect of life, right? We should perform the maximum. I'm not saying you should be perfect. No human being can be perfect ever. Keep that in mind. And Brahmarshis were not perfect, are not perfect. Only perfection stands with Swayam Bhagwan and His mother. That's all. Don't think that I can be perfect. No. The one who runs behind perfection is either a moron, imbecile, stupid, crazy, or too egoistic, with too much of superiority complex, which actually has a seed of inferiority complex. In psychology, there is a fun. Superiority complex comes out of basically a seed of inferiority complex in one corner. An inferiority complex comes out of a small seed of superiority complex in some small corner of the life. This is how the life is. Life is nothing else but multiple paradoxes. You just look at your own life and you see so many paradoxes in life around here in the nature, either within me. My thoughts, yes, there are paradoxes always. But this is how it is. Because there is North Pole and South Pole, both are present. That's why it's called as magnet. Have you seen any magnet with only North Pole or South Pole? No, it is not impossible. There is a magnet with North Pole, this is the North Pole, this is the South Pole. You cut it in the half. Again, there will be two magnets with North Pole, South Pole, North Pole, South Pole. Remember that. If you take, say, 1 foot of 1 foot length of magnet, and now the midpoint is at 6 inches, right? So now anything below 6 inches, 7, 8, 9, is in South Pole. It's with 8, 9, 10. If you cut at 9 and get a 9 to 10 1-inch magnet, the 9 number will become now, instead of South Pole, North Pole. Remember that. This is a paradox of life, definitely. Remember every time, whenever, don't forget this is most important. Every time when we are getting something wrong in our life, so we are doing something bad in our life, something bad is happening in our life, remember it is a paradox. At the same time, something best is happening in your life also, only we have to have a saburi, a patience, a little more efforts to know, a little more faith to sustain, to go through that particular hard time. And that time is going to pass certainly. That is Smaranam. When you are in dire need, you require help desperately, you call him. That is not Smaranam. That is praying to him, definitely. He will respond to that also. Why not? Certainly. Wholeheartedly. He has done it so many times. But if you learn this idea, this method of Smarnam, then your whole life will change. Bapu, what are we supposed to do? Is there a syllabus for it? No. Are there any particular rules about it? No. Are there particular steps? No. Is there a single book which gives us all the norms, to do's and not to do's, the pros and cons? No, not a single. If somebody is claiming writing, it has to be BS. What is BS? You will know, yes, bullshit. Right? Okay, I go through your Facebooks and everything. I know language very well, absolutely. Okay, so don't worry. Nothing. It's every generation. There are the words, with every generation, the words change. New words come up, right? And they are good. That's the beauty of time. That is again the paradox, right? So this is how the world is going to go on always. When you become of my age and your grandchildren tell you, oh, Dadaji, what are you listening to these songs? They are so horrible. Yeah. The music which I like the most. Okay. My daughter feels, my son and daughter-in-law, they feel that way. No, it's not that good. It's okay to hear once, but not again and again. And I agree with them totally, because that is what I used to say in my English to my parents. ये क्या सुन रहे यार? My God, बोर मारता है. Yes, really, actually. But that time my mother used to listen to Johrabe Ambalawala and Noor Jahan. क्या किस्मत है? You used to cry on your broken kismat, you know. I am not using them. I respect those ladies now. When I got mature, when I started getting mature, I developed a real ear for music. I realized Johrabai was the best singer, definitely. Johrabai Ambalawali. Her songs, even today, they look irrational, stupid. But they were not. Because that time, that particular era, that particular machinery was different. Then she was followed by Noor Jahan, whom Latabai copied initially. Noor Jahan went to Pakistan. But she was much more famous, largely as famous as Lataji. Then Lataji came. Now she is no more. But she has given us such a beautiful, wonderful literature. But still, there are more and more songs coming. More and more singers are coming. Right? What does this mean? Why am I telling you this? Just because I feel like irrational talks, right? And no. Why? I'm telling you this. Every generation has its own ways, different ways of expression. You know, in my childhood, if somebody utters the word sala, or bhendi gawar. This was taken as an extreme bad word. And he would get punished, beaten in the school by teacher. He will be whacked. Or we have usko murgi banna padta tha. Right? For using a word sala or bhendi gawar. Bhendi gawar is actually, they are vegetables. But taken as a person who is stupid, okay, lied. भिंडी की भाजी कैसी लगती है? हाथ को लगे वैसे लाइक. Okay. So, I'm not insulting Anna, please, here. I'm telling you what, these were simple words, but they are words of that generation. I went to college and I started saying F. And one day on the phone, I said this word, and my great-grandmother was sitting there. She was the principal, knew English very well. She understood. She was wise enough to show, pretend, not hurt anything. I looked at her face and I said, she continued to read Ramcharitmanas the way she was reading before, but I realized that no, I am caught. So at night I asked my grandmother's mother, she was my great-grandmother. I said, I used the wrong word. She said, okay. She told me, okay, don't worry, it happens. But only see to it that you don't utter such words in front of the elders. That is insult. But here, you did not know that I am sitting there. Okay? So you have done it? Okay. Feel free. Feel free to be young. But at the same time, that freedom should not exceed the limits of love, of family principles, and the principles of religion. No. That is not correct. Within that limit, anything is permissible, she said. I learned a lesson. Really. And that time, I told her, you cross limits every time. I used to fight with them. I was always a fighter cock. I am today also. I have been. And so she said, how I do it? I said, see, when you are going out of the house, you tell Vitthal. She was a great devotee of Vitthal, Vithoba. She tell him, Are Vitthulaya, Ghar Sambhal Re Baba. Oh Vitthal, please take care of my home. It's your house only, I am going out. And she would lock the room and then she would say, Are Vithala, Sal Re Maya Baro Baba. She said, Vitthal, come with me now. I said, we're giving two tasks here, come on. He has to sit in the locked house, you're locking him. You don't have a faith in him, and once he is sitting there, it is protected. She said, that is stupidity. If someone believes that means he has no faith in the God. I have full faith in him. You're going to protect. But what? You're going to protect which I cannot protect. He's going to protect which I cannot protect. I have a lock and key. So I should use that. But anything, something beyond that. And what can be beyond that? She said, okay, if time comes, when time comes, I will show you. I said, no. Tum both faithless. You are faithless, absolutely. And you are doing jati, Bhagwan ke saath. So she said, no. Obviously, I'm just teasing her, but I love her a lot. Even today, I love her a lot. So, one day, in our neighborhood, during Diwali days, post-Diwali days, they had put one panti, small, that mitti lamp. And they had gone out. And one rat came and took that thing and started running. The whole house was on the fire. So look at this. This was not under their control. Right? For that, if they would have called Vitthal that time, before leaving house, he would have told that rat, don't do this. I would not have allowed him to enter the house. I said, wow. अच्छा काम हो गया. So then your Vitthal is there. But घर जल गया उसका क्या? How sure? How can you be sure that this person has not requested Vitthal? She said, I'm sure he would have requested. He would have definitely taken care of. Or there must be something else which I don't understand. You might be knowing better. She told me, I might be knowing better. I was only 18 years old at that time. I said, yes, I know. So in between, that person was sitting, she called that person his wife and 3 kids. And she made them comfortable. हमारा छोटा सा घर था, like छोटा बंगलो at Palanjil. So a big, how do you call, angana, angle like that, something, okay? So corridor, veranda. Veranda is a better word, right? Some big veranda, but it was huge, like old houses. So they were sitting there. She offered them tea and something else. And then they started telling a story. House was saved by other people around. They said, Mai, for the first time, we listened to what you have been telling to us for the last 3-4 years. They had come recently there. Initially, their brother used to say that. We told Vithoba, you please take care of our house. And he took care. I said, this is horrible. House was on fire. How the things are burned. So, Mai asked them, oh, but your house got burned, no? It got burned. The lady started weeping. She said, no, Mai. That is okay. That can be earned within 2 months' time. We have a grocery shop. There is no problem. They are owners of grocery shop. A very big shop. They said, but our habit is usually, we decided actually to keep our youngest child was sleeping in the house, lock and go, and come back. We have to come back within 10 minutes. See what would have happened. But what happened, we don't know. As soon as we locked the room, the child started crying. We had to take the child with us. This is how we protected my child. And that is a treasure which is beyond any money, any loss that we have incurred. This trust of mine, my great-grandmothers, I always loved a lot. That was Smaran. My mother used to be very scared of darkness, in the childhood. This story my mother used to tell me. So, one night, my told her to do something, which for that particular matter she had to go, my mother had to go behind the house. It was totally dark, that there was no electricity or anything. My mother said, no, no, please, I cannot go alone. Come with me. So my mother said, no. Mahi said, what are you scared of? I'm scared of this darkness. What is the color of this darkness? It is black, Mahi. It's jet black, absolutely, as Amma said today. Mahi said, that is the color of my Vithoba. So that means Vithoba is all around. Don't be scared of this color, yaar. The whole darkness became light for her. Throughout her life. That is remembrance. That is, madam. Are you getting? Even in the paradox of your lives, seeing the hand of God is Smaranam. Are you understanding? Yes. And that remembrance we should learn. How? Remember these 3 small stories which I have told you. These are real stories which have happened with my own relatives. Related. My mother never got scared of darkness any time afterwards. Bindas, she used to go walk anywhere. Because the darkness was the Lord Vithoba, who was infinite. Right? Yes, that is how. That is remembrance. That is Smaranam. Not remembrance only, but Smaranam. That is remembrance, which is Smaranam. We are opting for, we are aiming for, we are targeting that end of Smaranam. Are you willing? I will tell you one secret here. The one who learns Smaranam, even 1%, okay, he goes 108 steps closer to the God. 108 steps. Don't think like this. Steps means your steps. No. The steps of your Swayam Bhagavan. So 108 into 3. And you know how these steps are. How big, how wide, what a range it has. Remember that. Okay? So, Smaranam. You'll always do Smaranam. Right? Now I want to ask you one question. Are you ready to answer? Hey, there is no dumb here. Yes! Now you are a young generation. This is how you should shout. Okay? Do one thing sometime, go to some mountains. When is the rainy season? Just be in open with your whole gang. Okay? And dance, sing. When it is raining heavily. Then somewhere in some corner, some tapri or something, whatever you want to call, there should be ready Maggie boiling. Hot tea and bread with it. Right? And if you... No, I'm saying if you are surprised, you are taking what meaning you want here. Come on, this is not. You are surprised. So I mean, if I would be there, I would do this. That is what I wanted to say. Please don't follow me in that section, okay? So enjoy that time. When you feel at the height of the full joy, just shout. Just sing loudly. Just say, ah, sa. What do you want to say? Full speed, and you realize how free you feel. How free you feel. That feeling of freedom is required for every human being. And this, taking 108 steps in Smarnam, okay, gives you that freedom from paradoxes. Okay, you are not pulled by the paradox. Once on this side, then on another side. No. You are able to walk in a balanced way. So remember me, whenever, suppose you get a chance to some jungle or forest or some hill, away from the proper population, but see that there are no tigers and this thing, and you give, instead of you eating these noodles, तुम्हारा noodles खा जाए. नहीं. Don't worry, okay? It won't happen. Yeah, but do that, and you will understand what is that freedom. And do it. A young children like you should get that freedom. You feel that freedom. Don't have shouting. Not doing some stupid things. No. You can make mistakes. This is the age to make mistakes. Beyond the age of 30, you are not supposed to make mistakes. So make mistakes in this life only. This part of the life, not life, this part of the life only. So in order to learn, don't make such a mistake from where you cannot get up again and start walking. Never make such mistakes. And such mistakes do occur. I am an MD physician. Just last year only, I took admission in medical college in 1974. Last year, it was a golden jubilee year of our admission, 50 years. 50 years back, I joined medical college. But I tell you one thing, even that time I was young, and today also I am young. Even today, all young boys and girls, they can relate to me, they can talk to me, their hearts out, totally proper in their own language. And they feel more comfortable, so I feel more comfortable and feel more happy. Right? So I'm telling you honestly, this is because I was allowed, I got that freedom, I got those moments of freedom to enjoy, to cherish on, to relish on At the same time, to learn what is wrong and what is right. Okay? So, that is also a way of remembering God. In the way of remembrance. See, unless you have some freedom, unless you are given some responsibility, how can you judge yourself? How can you prove yourself? No. Don't expect only your parents to give you freedom. Whatever freedom you can take, which is within healthy limits, take that freedom, take that responsibility, and complete it. It need not be a very huge work, a huge task. It may be small works. But take freedom, take responsibility, learn to take responsibilities, and complete it. Whatever you are doing may go wrong 100 times. No problems there. Big life is ahead of you. Okay? Are you getting? So, don't forget, you are young. Don't forget, whole life is ahead of you. Don't forget, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Because He Himself is your life. Remember that. He Himself is your life. That's why remembrance, Smarnam, is essential for you. Because your every breath is full of Him only. The space between your breaths, the inhalation and exhalation, okay, is Him only. Okay? Blood in your body, that is speed of the blood. The pumping of the heart is He only. He is everything. Remember that He is your whole life. He is your brain. He is your thoughts. Even if, suppose if you have complete faith in Him, when a bad thought comes to your mind, He will say, it is my responsibility, I have done it. He takes that responsibility. He never throws it on you. You thought in the wrong way. Now suffer. Bhog apne karmachi phal. Bhukta apne karam ka phal. Suffer. Whatever you have done. No. Swayam Bhagavan will never ever say that. If you are really remembering Him, really loving Him, He will say, child, you have committed mistake. Agreed. Forget it. I have taken the responsibility. You are no more a sinner. You have committed a sin? No. Sin has happened. Sin has occurred. You are not the doer. Okay? That is the remembrance. Remember that He is my whole life. Hari Om, Shri Ram, Ambadne. Love you all. Okay? And remember me also sometimes. Love you. We'll make it sour.